bíkú bá gbowó igbá owó là bá fún bíkú bá gbẹran ṣebí ká péré ṣẹbẹ ní ikú máa dà o. Bíkú bá gbowó igbá owó là bá fún bíkú bá gbẹran ṣebí ká péré ṣẹbẹ ní ikú máa dà o.
Walk into this big round space that's so gently lit. The first thing I was really struck by when I looked around was the colour and pattern and vividness of how people were dressed. I'd never seen so much vibrancy, and I felt really intrigued, especially since I started to understand about the meaning of the cloth that people were wearing, and I wanted to feel like I could have a part of that to express my own identity, especially feeling a connection with a part of my ancestry.
The item I've got is a cloth given to me by my sister. She started going to a Ghanaian church a few years ago, and a majority of them were Ghanaians, and it was just part of their culture and worship to dance. And so just to express their freedom and joy, they would all the women would come up and dance and wave the cloths in the air and just dance with all the sisters and the ladies, and the men would join in. So it's just about freedom and joy. I use this cloth for decoration in my house, in my bedroom, wrapping my hair, because it's from Africa. It's a typical African material, and I just love it.
My name is Samia Roxon and I'm from Ghana, and these are 2 masks, fresh from Ghana, that my dad brought back. So we have quite a few of these in my home. When I was younger, I was really scared of them when I first brought them back, and I didn't really understand why they were there. But for my mum and my dad, it really reminded them of home. And when I got older and I started to learn more about Africa, they stopped being scary. And when I thought of art, I just thought of things like this, like African art, not like Western art. I think they have quite Afrocentric quote features. I think it's really beautiful and I love it, and it makes me proud.
Today I'm wearing an outfit that used to be my grandmother's. She's originally from Mali, so I am unsure of what the history of the fabric itself is, but I'm assuming that it's something that she bought from the market and then has been wearing throughout the years. I don't know if it's because she's scared of losing these things or just she wants to make sure that it's given to someone that remains within the family. But throughout the years, people have been inheriting fabrics and jewelries from my grandmother, so I'll definitely say it is a family tradition. I think it's a blue indigo fabric, a quite light indigo fabric with some details to it, handmade details. But I think the details that stand out more surround the collarbone, as they have some decorations to it that has been made by hand as well. I wear it occasionally, but I'm starting to feel like, oh, this is something that people tend to stare a lot at. So you can get quite uncomfortable when you walk out and you just have 20 people turning around and staring at you, but I try to wear it as much as I can. I would probably wear this type of outfit on a hot summer day where the weather would allow it, or maybe going to certain family events, or just at home really, because it's quite comfortable as well. But for the earrings, I do wear them quite often, I would say. I think they're probably bought somewhere in some market in Mali or maybe in some gold store. Knowing that she really loved collecting textiles and jewelries as well, for her to pass that on to her granddaughter, that was a big deal for her and me.
Well, the first time that I met my grandmother was in '98, so I was 7 years old. Everybody was really emotional, happy. When she first met me, she backed me, as like they do in Africa with children. They put the child on their back, and then they use material and they tie the child that's at the back, and then really tightly. So usually they would do it like this, just relax like that. For the bottom half, just go like this, and they just usually wrap it around your waist.
This is a hand-painted bag by a Kenyan artist called Michael Soy. He likes doing images of women. It reminds me of a style of painting that's done in Senegal, where they also do pictures of women in traditional head wraps, wall of women with huge big rolls of hair on either side, and they paint it on the back of glass. I liked the calmness of her face, but also the fact that he had this kind of zip colour around the side. And he also used East African kanga fabric to line the inside of the bags. What I like about this is the similarity between something that happens in West Africa as well as East Africa. In East Africa, these bits of cloth usually have sayings, proverbs written on them. And in West Africa, you can have also similarly symbols that mean certain things.
My name is Anne Joseph. I was born on the island of Grenada and traveled to London. From London, I went on a cultural visit to Ghana, West Africa, where I visited many sites. One of them, Elmina Castle. And this represented to me the slave trade, where I witnessed an experience, a spiritual experience, on the suffering of my people who were transported through Elmina Castle. From there, I traveled to a village in Sawa in Ghana to visit a funeral party. And while they were drumming and singing, but I noticed there were some rocks on the ground. And I picked up a couple of the rocks. And to me, that represented the footsteps from which my forefathers had trodden. And up to now, I still keep the rocks at home because it reminds me of my people.
This book is immense value to me. Information that it contains is just true facts, actual dates of everything. The greatest part of the book is the door of no return, where they show my ancestors were kept in the dungeon until the ships arrived. I'm so happy that I found this book because I'm looking out for knowledge of true facts of what happened, and this was it.
Where are you from? And from what tribe are you? Are you related? Are you husband and wife? Brother and sister? Father and daughter? How old are you? I wish you could tell me your family history.
Coconut is very important because we get oil out of it, and it's a lot of people greater and sell it, and that's where they get the monies to help send the children to school. We could drink the coconut as a liquid, which is good for us. We use it to make brush, and we also use the leaves to make boots for weddings, and they make a cup and different things that we can drink water out of it with lime and things like that, which is very good for our body.
My name is Joyce Thompson. I came to England to meet my parents. My mum and dad came first. I was 8 years old when I came. My mother sent me £5 from England to Jamaica to keep. When I landed at Heathrow, my parents were late. So they told me to take a taxi. So I took a taxi from Heathrow to Peckham. I had £5. I gave it to the black cab. He took my £5 and he dropped me in the middle of Bush Hill Road. It was the 19th of December. It was freezing cold. I had a little tin dress on and a little suitcase. I looked up and down till I found the number, which was number 6. I saw my dad looking through the window. I screamed and I says, "Dad!" And he said, "Joyce!" And he rushed downstairs and wrapped me with a blanket and took me upstairs. And that is my story.
This photograph was taken in Jamaica in the mid-1950s. It was at a wedding of friends of my mother, and I was one of the little flower girls. I remember being told off that day because I was looking at the little boy next to me, and I should have been looking straight into the camera. I love this photograph because it reminds me very much of Jamaica. I came to Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, but I came to England when I was 9, and I felt that I was ripped away from my grandmother, whom I loved dearly, and I missed her very much. I really didn't know what I was coming to, but I came to England with my 19-year-old cousin. She was then the responsible adult, and me, a 9-year-old charge. When we arrived in London, it was very cold. This was February 1962. I had never seen snow before. The whole country seemed quite dark. It was very, very strange. There was smog everywhere. Of course, then I didn't know what smog was, but I later found out it was this very, very dark, evil thing. Eventually I went to school, and it was an interesting experience. But I must say, I settled well into the country, and I actually love this country very much.
Yeah, my name is Dawn Stoddart. I came to England with my mom and dad when I was 9 years old and came to live in Bradford. It was the height of summer, so I felt no pain. And I went off to school in September and enjoyed it and grew up and left Bradford and came to live in London, met some friends, went to college in Westminster, met my friend Rebecca, and from there we were friends for 20 odd years. He died a couple of years ago. And just before that, we went off to Africa and went to Nigeria, where she was born, and stayed there for 3 months. And I am telling you, they've been the best months of my life. It was wonderful.
Well, the photograph is, I was a bridesmaid at one of my school friends, and it was taken back in Barbados, near to my home. I came over to England in 1975, and to my sister and my dad. And at the time we lived in Ilford, and I got married in 1977, and life has been great, really.
I came to England in 1965 and got married on the 26th of November 1965. Yes, it was the happiest day of my life. The weather was beautiful apart from the rain. It's rain and rain and rain and rain until around midnight. but we did have a good time.
Okay, my name is Audley McHugh, Jamaican born, bred and fed. I came to England at the age of 14 in 1965. I'll never forget that day when I came to London Heathrow Airport. My uncle came to collect me. I look outside and all I could see is like smoke coming from every individual, children, mother and father. And what I didn't realize that in the next 20 minutes, also steam would be coming from my mouth like smoke. And then I realized it because of the cold. And then on my journey to London, I look out and all I could see, smoke coming from all the buildings and, no leaves on the trees. And I thought, oh boy, what this am I coming to? And I wish I had gone back to Jamaica. And if I had my way, I would have gone back in the next couple of weeks to the sunshine and the green. But anyway, I stayed in England. I suffered a bit of a racism and all that in those days. But I'm quite happy now. I've settled here.
Africa. If I draw the map of Africa and you follow it, and I put a dot at the center where the trigger is, Nigeria, and I say to you, come and see where the most of the African people come from. It'll be good for you guys to visit Africa. It'll be good for your legs to walk on the land of Africa, where the clay is so rich, and the pots are made from the same clay, and the drums from the same clay. And what else? You name it. It all comes from the earth. The bananas, the mangoes, the palm tree, name them. It's all from the ground of Africa. So I want to appeal to you. Take the next slide. Make it west. Come into Africa. Walk the land of Africa. Experience it. I'll take you on a journey. I'll show you the art. I would separate it from the people. Get an African attire. Get an African drum. It may be noisy. It may be loud. But that's what makes it Africa. The sun is loud. The rain is louder. But the moonlight is not silent. This is my Africa.
African soil, the food you must eat from.
Africa, the clay you must cook with.
Africa, the language has its history.
Africa, the people who are worldwide.
Africa, the names of children have meanings.
Just like the people, many fruits and plants came from West Africa into the Caribbean.
Me carry me aki go Limstead Market, not a quatty what sell. Me carry me aki go Limstead Market, not a quatty what sell. Oh Lord, not a mite, not a bite, not a quatty what sell. Oh Lord, what a night, not a bite, not a quatty what sell.
The beats of the drum are heard all over Africa and can be used not just for love, but for fear, for joy, for happiness. The beats of Africa sounds all over Africa under one language. The drum beats of fear send people running wild, looking behind them, not knowing where to go, running from people that's going to enslave them and entrap them, taking them to a land so far away. The beats of the drum tell them they're near. Stand away, keep out of their sight.
Uganda, Cameroon,
Tanzania,
Ghana,
Kenya,
Chad,
Togo,
Liberia,
Nigeria.
Out of many, one people.
I am Uriel from Jamaica, and I made this dress when I was coming here. The same day I was coming here, I made this skirt. Well, is that day I saw it in the store and me asked my sister for it. So she said, take it. Same day me come over the morning, me go into the store and me see she have a little store, and I asked her to give me, she can give me this piece of material, and she said yes. And I take it and go upstairs, and I started to sew. Cut it out and start to sew this dress. I don't make it with a pattern. I just cut out this skirt because I can do freehand. And we bring it from Jamaica and carry it come here.
Okay, name is Pat Aronsaye, and I'm from Nigeria, West Africa, Nigeria. I'm from Benin City, but I did live in Lagos before I came here.
Can you just say what the event was? What was happening there?
This is for my 2011. This is me. That is how we dread. This is lace. We made it myself. And this hair tie here, because I can't really tie very well. Somebody tie for me. You know, that's how we dress. If you dress with this native dress, you have to have the complete. You have to have the hair tie. The jewelry. Okay, that's one here is coral bead. We get it from Italy, and it's quite expensive material. More expensive than gold anyway.
My friend, Patience, who we were very good friends for over 27 years, and when she passed away, this was given to me. It is worn by Nigerians, and I would assume this would be worn at special occasions like weddings and naming of. I love the pattern. Yeah, and the intricacy of the needlework and the material itself. I would assume it would be very expensive to make now. Yeah.
My name is Michelle, and my grandson gave me that, and it's made out of coconut shell. And then you scrape the coconut flesh out of it. I put everything in it. You know, my little knick-knack, burn candle in it sometimes. That's it. That's all I know about it.
My name is Sonia Dinal. I'm from Jamaica. This object is a t-shirt, and the reason why I'm holding it is because I had a daughter. She goes to Beatrix Potter School, and they have International Day, and she came home asking me to get something from Jamaica, and I got this t-shirt with Jamaica and our flag and our heroes. This is our motto, which says, out of many, one people. We're all one. We're united together as one.
My name is Marie. I come from Mauritius. This is like a plate. It's a gift from Mauritius. They made it from Mauritius. The coconut tree, that we got a lot back home. Yeah. They make so many things with coconut. They make glass, they make cup, and make plate. And we love our fish. We got a lot of fish, octopus. And anyway, it's a beautiful little island. Yeah.